Hey guys, and welcome back to Heroes of Might and Magic 4. As always, I am Demonfire93, and last time we defeated Lord... Lysander? No, not Lysander. That's the guy from the previous one. But the guy that was brainwashed by the Magnus. So now, Solimer finally turns against his insane master when he learns that Gavin Magnus plans to establish order in the world by controlling the minds and wills of every creature with the crystal pendulum. Solimer must stop him, but alone he doesn't have the power. His only hope is to find his former enemy, Queen Amelia. Victory condition: find Amelia Nighthaven. Loss: lose Solimer. Solimer and all his spells, experience, and skills will carry over to the next map. All of your heroes have a maximum level of 30.
Will there ever be peace? For as long as I have lived, and for as long as anyone knows, there have been wars. Even the gods fight each other. Conflict, anger, murder, hate. They are all as much a part of us as love and kindness. So, I ask you, is any price too high to obtain everlasting peace?
A very good question there, Solimer. I take pen to paper now in these dark hours to record a horror that I am at least partially responsible for, and for which I want to sincerely apologize. I admit that my courage nearly faltered even now, and I almost threw away this pen, but I happened to glance at the single candle I write by. Before my eyes, the tiny flame flickered and almost died, reminding me of the souls of the poor people of Arcania, capital of Great Arcan. We came to Great Arcan as a conquering army. For a moment I felt proud of my master, for he succeeded where I had failed. But even then my feelings were mixed. It was the crystal pendulum that bothered me. My master placed the rainbow crystal I rescued from the undead King Dregger as the centerpiece for a great magical pendulum, and when he set it to spinning, any person who came within a certain distance of it fell under my master's will. Perhaps our long relationship is the only reason Magnus protects me from its sorcery, and now I betray that trust. I thought you were going to use this on the Red Dwarves only, I said. I have come to realize, Solimer, that I have been thinking too small. This crystal pendulum will finally bring a perfect peace to the world. Imagine that. Order for all, Gavin Magnus said. How? I asked. Come on, haven't you noticed? It draws away the will of any creature, including those who have none, and place them under my command. Free will, my old friend, is what brings chaos to this world. This way, there is only one will, mine, and with it will come a perfect end, because I am immortal, eternal peace. Nothing was immune to the effects of the crystal pendulum. My master has become like a god. No force could stand up to him. He has won battles without spilling a drop of blood. He found Arcania's citizens ready to defend themselves, but there was no defense against the pendulum. Within seconds they became his slaves, as I have been his slave all these centuries. So now I depart from my master for the first time since I made my oath. I shall serve you for as long as your feet walk this planet. I had promised hastily when Magnus freed me from my prison. I didn't know then that he was immortal. But the reckoning has brought both of us to a new world. I find it ironic that I gained my own freedom only after I helped my master enslave the world. I hope that I can rectify my mistakes. I shall leave this record in a secret place in case I fail. And please understand that I am deeply sorry for the role I played. Solimer Ibn Wali Barad. Okay. He's gonna give me some stuff, and some things, and some other stuff. Cool. That's great. Alright, so we start off with Solimer, but we don't have anything, so I guess hopefully these wolves will want to join us. Yeah, we get some wolves charmed. Let the rest run. Alrighty then. An interesting start. Of course, we've got no army. We've got no town. And we got no other heroes. Great stuff there. Let's get that going for us. Let the rest run. Yes, of course. They were my people, genies, but I still wondered which side they would support in the war for Great Arcan. They had taken an oath to uphold the order of Great Arcan, but who would lead them? Magnus, who wants to unify the world and bring it everlasting peace by taking away free will? Or Amelia Nighthaven, who believes in a country capable of justice for all? I stepped inside the altar of wishes, alone and somber, and bent to one knee. The air split with the crack of lightning, and a dozen elder genies appeared before me. "Name?" asked one. "Solomer Ibn Wali Barad," I said, and then I came to my feet. "I've come seeking your help." We suspected as much, but the choice you ask us to make is a difficult one. On the one hand, no one before this day has had the opportunity to bring peace to the world, said another genie. "But on the other hand," continued a beautiful young female, "that peace comes at a sacrifice. Are we prepared to surrender the self for peace?" I took a step forward, my hands held palms upward in a pleading gesture. "Have we become so cynical that we are ready to give up on ourselves? Who says we cannot achieve peace and have free will? Will it not be that much sweeter if we do?" I said. "But what if you are wrong, Solomer Ibn Wali Barad? What if this is our last chance for peace?" said the eldest genie. "Peace and order, a world with no war, no suffering." It seemed so alien that I could barely imagine it. But there was one thing I could picture. I could see the vibrant faces of people with exciting dreams for the future. I have seen those faces turn slack like a zombie as they become the mindless slaves of the crystal pendulum. That was Gavin Magnus's perfect world. What good is peace if we no longer have the will to appreciate it, or even realize that we have it? Do we call that peace? It is slavery, slavery to our fears, and I will not be party to it. Will you? Perhaps my thunderous reply was disrespectful, but the faces of those poor humans were still fresh in my mind. The genies seemed to come to a mutual, silent decision, and then the eldest stepped forward, taking my outstretched hands. "We will help you where we can," said the eldest genie. "Hooray! 6 of you. All right. Potion of healing? Sure. Fuck off with ya." Alone, I would not last a second against my former master, so I seek the ever-resourceful Amelia Nighthaven. She defeated me when I thought I had beaten her. Perhaps she can do the same against Magnus. Ever since my former master conquered Arcania, Amelia and the remnants of her army have been in hiding. The best information I have suggests she's in this region, but I can't be sure. Amelia has been raiding nearby supply lines, never killing the poor mindless soldiers who guard them. That's why I seek her. Even when she is at her lowest, she sticks to her beliefs. She gives me hope, but alone, her chance for victory is minuscule. I wonder what we can accomplish together. Interesting. Crystal. Yes, please. Thank you. Leprechauns? Oh, aye, let the rest run. There's not much going on in these here parts. Unfortunately, what? You have no room in your army for... Oh. Sure. I can get rid of these guys. I said I can get rid of these guys for dwarves. Ta-da! Why has my master... No, I am no longer his slave. I must remember that. Why has Gavin Magnus not come for me himself? I would have thought he'd be furious at my betrayal, but he seems unconcerned. Is he so confident in the power of the crystal pendulum that he fears nothing? And why shouldn't he be? He used a form of magic to create the pendulum that not even the eldest of my race can identify. The crystal pendulum is like poison. Without the identity of the poison, you can't administer the correct antidote. We are helpless, and I'm afraid Magnus knows it. Unfortunately, my former master is capable of great patience. He does not chase me because he knows I will return to try to defeat him, and he knows I will lose. Don't think of it that way. You got this. During a moment of self-doubt, I composed a letter to my former master. I owed him that much, didn't I? No. Not really. Gavin Magnus, King of Bracada. I feel I must explain my actions and hope that you will understand. I cannot follow the path you have taken. I escaped in the night because I was afraid you would use the crystal pendulum on me if you thought I would betray you. Now that I am safe, I beg you to destroy that evil device. Yes, I say evil because to rob a man of his independence is no better than slavery. I know. I have been your slave for a long time. And although you were not a cruel or unreasonable master, I was still not free. Can I convince you to abandon this idea of controlling the world? Tell me. If there was ever an ounce of friendship in our relationship, will you trust me that the crystal pendulum is an aberration and must be destroyed? Please, end this now before it is too late. Salamur ibn Wali Murad. Well, alright then. Almost sounded like, tell me, old friend, when did Magnus, King of Bracada, give way to madness? Alright, throw the wolves out of there. Alright. Let me in. Fuckface. You think that I'm just going to let you survive? Oh, come on now. Wait, what? Oh, I didn't even see the halflings there. Thank you for revealing yourself to me. Now I may kill you. Next. What do you do now, bitch? You have to do something. You can't just stand around slack-jawed like a motherfucker. Like some slack-jawed buffoon. Attack! There we go. All dead. The dwarf standing in the middle of the road had that same blank expression that all pendulum-possessed people have, but he was unarmed, and he held a rolled piece of parchment in his outstretched hand. As I approached, I noticed he must have been standing there for a long time, because there was a light dust of snow collecting on his body. It is remarkable how completely the crystal pendulum controls a person's mind. The moment I took the letter, the dwarf started walking directly toward Great Arcan's capital, Arcania. I opened the letter. Although written by hand, I noticed the script was perfect. Every letter was exactly the same size, every line straight as an arrow. I instinctively knew that if I extracted two A's from different places in the letter, they would have been identical. My former servant. I admitted it was a surprise to learn that you did not support me. I was enraged, yes, but I soon realized that you, like everyone else, only fear that which you do not understand. Trust me, Salamur, I have never been more certain that I am on the right path. I am talking about peace. Everlasting peace. How can you resist being part of the paradise I plan to create? Come back to me, Salamur. Come back, and I promise there will be no punishment. With all sincerity, Gavin Magnus the Peaceful, immortal king of Great Arcan. Right. What a load of shit that is. There will be no problems, except for the fact that I will probably, do whatever bullshit, that I will probably immediately enslave your mind. I had only one last card to play with Magnus, so I wrote him another letter and sent it attached to the foot of a bluebird. King Magnus, if I cannot appeal to your human sympathy, then I must appeal to your sense of honor. You don't remember, but the blast that tore a crack in our old world also destroyed you. I only escaped because I traveled to the plane of air at the last second. When I returned, I found you whole again, naked and unconscious. I do not know how. That must be connected to your mysterious immortality, you would have died again and perhaps forever if I hadn't lifted you up and taken you through one of the last remaining portals to this new realm. So as you can see, I saved your life. I hope that you still have the honor to repay your debt. If we were in the old world, I would have asked for my freedom, but I already have that, so I ask you, as payment for your life, to give me the freedom of this world, end this insane plan of yours, and destroy the crystal pendulum. Your former servant, Salmer Ibn Wali Barad. Keep trying. I don't think any of it's gonna work. At all. Alright, what is this one? A stone skips off the ground and zings past you before you can even approach the small hut. You spin in circles, uncertain where it came from. I mean you no harm, you shout. How do I know that? Someone shouts back from inside the house. You could take my word for it. Ha! And then how do you suggest I earn your trust, good sir, you ask? There is a long pause, and perhaps even a whispered conversation from within the cabin. Show me that you're not one of those brainless servants of the immortal king. When Magnus came through here, he captured my hometown. If you recapture Cauldron Hill, that'll prove you're on the right side. The fact that I'm talking to you doesn't prove that I'm not a mindless zombie. But alright, I'll do your bidding. Surprise! Probably not much of a surprise, considering I've been hanging out around your town for the last 20 minutes, but hey. Certainly not something you were expecting. Come on, bitch! You see, I can sit around and wait like a bitch too. Look! We can all keep doing this and nothing will happen. You don't want to move at all? Come on, fuckface. This is moronic AI. That there's absolutely no will to fight from them. It's pretty fucking pathetic. Come on then. I'm just getting everybody in position for when the dwarves attack. Oh, now you've got a pair of balls, do ya? Took you long enough to grow a pair. You fucking coward. Yeah, you stop that right now. Come on, bitch. Oh, you're dead. Sucks to suck. Cauldron Hill is now mine. Of course it is. Just give that all to Solimer. Unfortunately, the people of Cauldron Hill are still under the powerful control of the crystal pendulum. I'll have to place them under guard until I find a way to defeat Magnus, if that is possible. Player green has been eliminated. Cool. Sure. Things. You walk slowly up to the cabin, surprised that no one has attacked, and knock. The door opens a crack, revealing only a portion of a halfling's face. I want to thank you for helping my people, the halfling says. My pleasure, you respond. Don't you want to return home? Not yet. I'm trying to help Queen Amelia battle that mind-stealing fiend Magnus. Magnus is no fiend, although I admit he may be as mad as one, you say. I was wondering if you could help me find Queen Amelia. I want to join her forces. Well, sensing the halfling's hesitation, you say, I may know how she can defeat the immortal king. Well, all I can tell you is that she sometimes visits the woodcutter's cottage in the forest, in the woods, to the far north. It's well hidden, though. You'll never find your way through the forest without knowing the way. Visit the window of the Magi outside, and it'll show you. Meanwhile, you'll have to find one of the Queen's followers before you can meet with her. Maybe they can arrange a meeting. The door slams shut. Sure. So she visits there sometimes.